Hi all, in this video I'll be starting a new series on dynamic routing protocols and I'll teach routing protocols from very basic. I'll explain the design of routing protocols and how they actually work, okay? And then we will proceed to understand the various aspects of routing protocols. Let's start with the basics. What are the things that a routing protocol should have to basically work, right? And these are the 4 points that are listed. First thing is passing reachability information about networks to other routers. Okay. Now this is the topology. Let's say this router A, we can see that there's 192.168.2.1/24. That means 2.0/24 network is directly connected to router A. Similarly, 3.0/24 is directly connected to router A, and 1.0/24 is directly connected to router A. And what the first point says is passing reachability information about networks to other routers. What router A will do is it will create a sort of message and it will share it with router C and router B. It will say that, hey router C, 2.0/24, 1.0/24, 3.0/24, all these networks are directly connected to me. So please take this information and it will share the information to router B as well. Similarly, router B will do that and router C will do that. That is the first thing. Okay, so these are the procedures that a router should follow to work around all these routes and exchange information. Second point says that receiving reachability information from other routers. Okay, now router A is sending information, router B is sending information, and they should have an algorithm or a procedure to receive routes or information as well, right? Like if it needs certain information about some route or maybe some destination, it should have a procedure to ask about that thing. Okay, let's say if let's say router A has not updated its route table, then after some time it will send a message to router C or router B that okay, I need the new information. So this is the point that is written on the second number, that receiving reachability information, right? If someone is sending, then one should receive it as well. Okay. Third point says that determine optimal routes based on reachability information it has and record this information in a route table. So every router has a routing table. Okay. And it should what it should do is that if router B is sending some information, router C is sending some information, it should analyze that information, okay, work around and then update its routing table. Okay. Now when router C has advertised, okay, advertising means sending sending the information about itself. Okay, so that means advertising. Now when router C sends its uh, that packet or that information about the directly connected routes or maybe some other routes that it has learned, it will say that okay, router A 7.0/24 is directly connected to me. And router A will see that and it will add that thing to its routing table. That okay, 7.0/24 is one hop away. Okay, so this is one hop, right? This is one hop. So it is one hop away. I will mention that thing. I will add that thing to my routing table. And similarly, router B will add that thing. That 7.0 is one hop away from me. But routing protocol, the routers, as I said, that it shares the information about the network that it has, that are known to it. So what B will do is that it will share the information about 7.0/24 to A as well. So it has learned that okay, it is just one hop away, but it will also share that information to router A. That router A 7.0/24 is one hop away from me, so you can take that information. Now router A, sorry, has two routes or two ways to go 7.0/24. One way is via C and and other way is via B. So this third point says that determine optimal routes based on reachability information. Now, if I simply look at this image, I will say that okay, if I go through A to C, I'll reach early. But if I go from through B, then it will take some time. Now it is very easy if I look this way, but there are certain conditions. Okay, this link might be very slow, these two links might be very fast. Okay, let's say that this is a 10 mbps link and this is 1 gbps link, this is also a 1 gbps link, and you want to transfer some file of 1 gigabit from this this interface to this interface, then this is not the most optimal path, right? Okay, so If this is a 10 Mbps link, it will take a lot of time. But if you want to share a 1 Gbps file, it will approximately take 2 seconds. Okay, this is 1 Gbps link, this is 1 Gbps link. Very easy. Okay, assuming that these two are working at very high speed, right? So a router should have a good algorithm to determine, okay, uh, which is the best path. And various routing protocols that are out there uses different type of algorithm to decide, okay, this is a good path, this is and that is a good path, right? So fourth point is a procedure for reacting to an advertising topology changes. Let's say 7.0 is detached from router C, or there is some problem there. Then router C should tell this thing to router A or router B or whatever router it is connected to, that okay, 7.0 is not connected to me now, it is disconnected. So if you are looking forward to send any packet, please don't send. Okay, drop it at your end, because it is not reachable to me. I do not know about 7.0 network. But if it does not exchange this information about this network, what router A and router B will do is that they will continuously try to send information to router C, unknowingly that 7.0/24 does not exist or it is disconnected. And this wastes a lot of bandwidth. And this creates a black hole in network, that you are sending information but it is going nowhere and it is getting dropped at router C, right? Router B will also do that thing. It will also exchange or share information to router C, uh, unknowingly that 7.0/24 does not exist or it is disconnected. So this fourth point is very important, that a router should have a procedure for reacting, or a routing protocol. Sorry, I'm not talking about router, but a routing protocol. A router can run various routing protocols. Okay, it is upon your choice what routing protocol you want to run. So the fourth point says a procedure for reacting to an advertising topology changes. So when router C says that okay, 7.0 is not connected to me, router A should also delete that route from its route table. So the user that is trying to send the information will will be dropped here, and it will not be looping around the network, right? And router B will update this thing as well. So this is a very basic you know point set on which a routing protocol works, and it should have these basic methods. But there are a few issues common to any routing protocol, such as path determination, metrics, convergence. I know you do not know about these terms, or maybe you know, but we will be talking about these terminologies in upcoming videos. And in this video, I explain to you about the most basic procedure a routing protocol should do, right? There are many flaws that we need to learn and understand before actually learning any specific or particular routing protocol, right? I hope you like this video, you understood what I taught. If you have any questions or query, you can write down in the comment section. In the next video, we'll learn about path determination and various topics in future videos as well. Okay, thank you so much.